Hello students, this is Dharamveer sir here. So today we are going to continue with chapter 5 of grade 12 maths, which is continuity and differentiability. And in this video we are going to learn about derivatives of exponential and logarithmic functions. So let's start. So the first topic is exponential function. Now this one is not that difficult. The function will be new, that the exponential function with the positive base be greater than 1. Positive base and base should be greater than 1. If the function y is equal to fx and this is b power x, yani ki in this function there will be a base. For example, I am taking suppose 3. Send 3 to power should be a function of x. So it can be 3 power x, 3 power 5x, 3 power sin x, whatever there, the function and the power should be a function of x. Now its domain. For the exponential function, the domain is R, which is the set of all real numbers, and the range is the set of all positive real numbers. So domain is real numbers and the range is all positive real numbers. Clear? Now exponential functions with base 10. In place of b, if you have 10, that is called common exponential function. And sometimes we write the base as e, small e. Then it is called natural exponential function. If the base is 10, it is called common, and if the base is e, it is called exponential function. Now what is e? E is equal to, as you can see, is the sum of 1 plus 1 upon factorial 1 plus 1 upon factorial 2 plus and so on up to infinite, and the value of e lies between 2 and 3. Clear? If you see e power x, e power sin x is simply sum of 1 plus 1 upon factorial 1 plus 1 upon factorial and so on, whose values lies between 2 and 3. Clear? So any function in the form of 10 power something, e power something, 5 power something, c power something, but that something, that the power should be a function of x, is called an exponential function. So I hope you understood. So pause and note down the definition. Next is logarithmic function. On the previous one we have learned about exponential, that the function is in the form of y is equal to b power x. Now let b is real number greater than 1. Then we say logarithm of a to base b. We say log a with the base b is x. If b power x equals to a, then the logarithm of a to the base b is denoted by log a base b. Clear? Now if the base b is equal to 10, that is called common logarithm. And if the base b is equal to e, we have learned about e, that is exponential. And if the base is b is equal to e, then it is called natural logarithms. Log x denotes the log function to base e. Whenever it is simply written as log x, it means we have taken the base as b until and unless 10 is mentioned. If simply log x is mentioned, it means the base is e. It is natural logarithm. The domain of logarithmic function is R plus all the positive real numbers. The set of all positive real numbers, and the range is the set of all real numbers. So domain is R plus and the range is all real numbers. I've given an example for you. If we have 3 power 4 equals to 81, then in terms of log, we write it as log 81 base 3 is equal to 4. Clear? So pause and note down the definition. Next, I have written some properties of logarithmic function, and the base is in the case is b, where b is greater than 1. Now first is log x into y. So we have log x multiplied by y, so it will be log x plus log y. Clear? If it is multiplication, we can write it as sum of two logs. If you have log x upon y, it simply means subtraction, log x minus log y. If we have log x power n, then we write the power should come before log, so it becomes n log x. If we have log x base b, it simply means we can write log x upon log b with a common base c. Clear? And log x base b is equal to, if we write in the form of denominator, then the base and x should interchange their places. Then so log x base b is equal to what? 1 upon log b base x. Clear? And sixth is log b base b is equal to 1 and log 1 is always equal to 0. So note down these properties. Next is derivative of exponential and logarithmic function. Now the derivative of e power x, that is exponential function of x, e power x with respect to x is given at d upon dx e power x equals to e power x. Clear? If it is e power x, it will be e power x only. Now suppose it is e power 5x. So for that exponential it will become e power 5x, but for 5x we have to write 5. Remember the chain rule. First we have differentiated for e, so it is e power x. Now for x it is 1, so in this formula 1 is not written. But suppose we have e power 3x. Clear? Then we have to first differentiate e, so it will become e power 3x. But for 3x we have to differentiate, and the differentiation of 3x is what? 3 only. Clear? Okay, next one is the derivative of log x with respect to x. That is d upon dx of log x equals to what? 1 upon x. So suppose we have log of tan x. Clear? So in place of x you have tan. So first for log it will become 1 upon tan x. Then we have to differentiate for tan also. Remember the chain rule, we have to follow that. Clear? So pause and note down these two properties. So let's start exercise 5.4. And the question 1 is differentiate the following with respect to x. The function is e power x upon sin x. So let y is equal to e power x sin x. So differentiating with respect to x. Now look at the function. It is in the form of division. U upon v. We have learned about the quotient or division rule. So we have to apply. So dy upon dx equals to what? In the denominator we have the square of denominator. So sin square x. Now the formula was denominator into differentiation of numerator minus numerator into denominator or differentiation of denominator. Clear? So we have written is sin x d upon dx of e power x minus e power x differentiation of sin x. Now we have just learned that differentiation of e power x is what? E power x, and for sin x it will be cos x. So we get our answer. So pause and note down the solution. Next is question number 2. Differentiate the following with respect to x, and the function is e power sin inverse x. Clear? So differentiating with respect to x, I told you to remember the chain rule. Now first we have to differentiate e. So for e power e we are getting e power sin inverse x. Now we have to differentiate sin inverse x according to chain rule. So we have the differentiation of sin inverse x as 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. So our final answer is e power sin inverse x upon under root 1 minus x square. It's very simple, exponential chain rule. Done. So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 4. Differentiate the following with respect to x. That is sine of tan inverse e power minus x. So we have sine, we have tan inverse, we have e power minus x. So remember chain rule. Now first we have sine. So differentiation of sine is what? Cos. So we are getting cos tan inverse e power minus x. Now we have tan inverse. So tan inverse differentiation was 1 upon 1 plus x square. In place of x we have e power minus x. So for tan inverse we are getting 1 upon 1 plus e power minus x whole square. Now we have e power minus x, and the differentiation of e power minus x was e power minus x. Clear? Now according to chain rule we have to differentiate minus x also. I told you, given the example of e power 5x, e power 3x, like that. No? So here we have e power minus x. Now differentiation of minus x is what? Minus 1. So multiplying all these results you will get your final answer. Clear? Apply chain rule, it is very simple. So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 6. Differentiate the following with respect to x. E power x plus e power x square plus e power x cube and so on, e power x power 5. So we can simply differentiate e power x and all the terms separately. So for e power x it will be e power x. Now for e power x square, so first we have to differentiate e. So we are getting e power x square. Now we have to differentiate x square. Clear? So differentiation of x square is 2x. Similarly we can differentiate e power x cube, e power x power 4 and so on. For example, for e power x power 5, so first we have to differentiate e power x power 5, which is e power x power 5. Then for x power 5 it will be 5x4. So adding all these terms we are getting our final answer. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 8. Differentiate the following with respect to x, which is log of log x. Clear? Again two functions, log and second is log x. So same we have to apply the chain rule. First we are differentiating first log. So with log we have log x. So according to the rule, log x is 1 upon x. So here for log x we will get 1 upon log x. Next we have to differentiate the bracket, that is log x. So differentiation of log x is what? 1 upon x. So our dy upon dx becomes 1 upon x log x. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Next, question number 9. Differentiate the following with respect to x. cos x upon log x. Now let y is equal to cos upon log x. Now it is simply in the form of u upon v. So we have to apply the quotient or division rule. Remember that rule, u upon v. So we have to take the square of the denominator, that is log x square. Then the rule says denominator into differentiation of numerator, that is log x into differentiation of cos x, minus numerator into differentiation of denominator, that is cos x into differentiation of log x. Done. So differentiation of cos x is minus sin x and differentiation of log x is what? 1 upon x. So after simplification we are getting our final answer as minus x log x sin x plus cos x upon x log x ka whole square. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 10. Differentiate the following with respect to x, and the function is cos of log x plus e power x. So let y is equal to the given function. Now we can see that we have cos, we have log, we have e power x. So we have to apply chain rule. So differentiation of, first we have to take cos. So differentiation of cos is minus sine. With cos we have log x plus e power x. So minus sine log x plus e power x. Now we have to differentiate the bracket. So differentiation of log x plus e power x. Now we know that the differentiation of log x is what? 1 upon x. And the differentiation of e power x is e power x. By simplification we are getting our answer as minus 1 upon x plus e power x multiplied by sine log x plus e power x. Clear? So I hope you understood. So pause and note down the solution. Now this exercise is over. So don't forget to solve the remaining sums and examples. All the best and thank you.